Hello everyone, and welcome to Presonus Studio One Prime. Today we will be looking at the basics for recording a guitar along with a couple of pro tips and tricks that could help polish your finished product. By the end of this video, you'll be able to share your music with more than just the stuffed animals in your room. Before we get recording, we will need to look at how to set things up. First, you'll want to have a computer with Presonus Studio One Prime, a recording interface, a mic cable, a mic stand, and either a condenser or dynamic microphone. Ideally, having both would be nice, but to start you can get away with just one. It is also important to have headphones going to the interface, because once Studio One is open, your computer speakers will not work because the audio in the computer will be sent directly to the interface. Before opening Studio One, you should have your interface hooked up to your computer. Simply connect the USB cable to the back of the interface, and then connect the other end to the USB port on your computer. Next, plug your mic cable into the microphone that you will be using. Now, with the gain all the way down on your interface, connect the mic cable to the first input. If you are using a condenser microphone, it is important to turn on phantom power, the 48V button, because this will send power to the microphone so that it actually works. Now, just turn up the gain on the input and you're ready to start up Studio One. From the start page, you want to click on the Create a New Song button, then select OK on the project setup screen. Now that we have a file started, it's important to set up a metronome. By having a metronome set, it allows for easier control while editing, but more importantly, it gives you a way to keep in time with all of your other tracks. Come down to the bottom right where it says Tempo, and tap out on your mouse as best as you can the tempo of your song. If you already know what the tempo of your song is, then just double-click on the displayed tempo and type in the tempo of your song. By clicking on the metronome icon to the left of the tempo, you can engage and disengage the metronome as you like. Now that we have the tempo set up, it's time to actually start recording. From the project screen, go up to the track drop-down menu and select Add Tracks. Because this is a simple setup, we are just going to press OK. Now, back on the project screen, press the Record Enable button on the track that you would like to record. The green bar to the right of it indicates how loud the signal is coming in from the interface. Now, just press the Record button and you'll be recording your own music. If you notice while recording that the red block is appearing above the signal level, you will want to turn down the gain on your interface to avoid clipping during your project. Now that we have a basic guitar track down, it's time to start adding more parts. In order to record another track, simply just create another track just like you did the first one. However, before you record the new track, you will need to disable recording from the original track. Just press the Record Enable button on the original track if you haven't already done so, and this will disable recording on that track. Now that we have some tracks recorded, it's time to start mixing. The art of mixing takes years to master, and everyone has their own way of doing it. But here are just some simple tricks that can help steer you in the right direction. Using the Channel Strip plugin. On the browser window, select the Effects menu and locate the Channel Strip effect to add this to any of your tracks. Simply drag and drop the effect onto the track you want to use it on. The Channel Strip gives you a compressor and a simple 3-band EQ. The compressor gives you the ability to shrink the volume gap between quiet and loud playing, while the EQ can clean up muddy lows and tame piercing highs from the original track. Adjusting volumes and panning. Now that we have the tracks polished a little bit, it's time to start adjusting volumes. Go up to the View drop-down menu and select Console. A screen that looks very similar to a mixing board should pop up. From here, you can either raise or lower the volume of any recorded track with the track's corresponding fader. By using the small blue line above the fader, you can adjust the panning of a track, which is how far off from center the track will be. Generally, if you want something to be in the background, it's best to pan them farther away from the center, so that they don't stand out in front. Are you happy with how your project is sounding? Go up to the Song drop-down menu and select Export Mixdown. This will open the Mixdown window, which gives you the ability to export your project as a single WAV file, which you can then load onto your iPod or phone to keep your creativity flowing on the go. Now that you know how to record, it's time to get your creative juices flowing. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to hear your new music soon.